Jen, you're on audio record being shared to social media. I am in Washington, D.C. I just spoke with Claire. I asked to speak with an officer from Auburn. She declined to do so. She gave me a phone number. I don't have to call a phone number. I called this one number. This should answer all the calls. I have made a report of a missing trailer. I do work and advocacy for veterans, and I am here in Washington, D.C. today without my trailer because it was stolen from Auburn. Now, either it gets returned fully contained by noontime today. I'm filing a lawsuit against Auburn Police Department and all the staff involved. Now, would you like to put me through to somebody?
What is your name?
My name is Katie.
What's your last name, Katie?
Howes, Howes, and I want my trailer. I want it returned to me. It was taken from the apartment complex that is behind the water district there. The number 292, owned by a guy named Tim. I asked for someone to haul that trailer. And when I asked for that trailer to be hauled, it got stolen. It's a 2002 Travel Light Starcraft camper. Your police department's very well aware of it. I have traveled down here. I have been here since Sunday evening.
Where was it taken from?
It was taken from 292. Whether it's Court Street, I'm not sure. It starts with a C, but it's right beside the water district. And I traveled down here to Washington, D.C. to file a lawsuit against the state of Maine, and I'm filing it against Auburn Police Department if they don't return my trailer immediately. They were called by the person that I asked to haul the trailer. After the trailer was removed from the premises illegally, due to the fact that the tenant is the one that hauled it, he had the right to have that trailer there. It wasn't even there for 24 hours. I was sitting there in the parking lot waiting for the person to get back so that we could unlock the trailer and get my belongings out of it. When that happened, the landlord approached me and kicked me off the property as I was waiting in the parking lot in my vehicle for the person that hauled it. His name is Donnie Mitchell. He's a tenant. He's a veteran. And there's no reason why this should have happened. However, please don't interrupt me because I'm very disgustedly upset. I am sitting here in Washington, D.C. in my motel room, and I am fixing to go to the courtroom at 9 a.m. I've got all the paperwork. I've got all the information. I have a call log in history of all the calls that went into Auburn Police Department. I even had the officer on audio record talking to Donnie Mitchell, telling him that he wasn't giving the whole story. Now, mind you, I have a disability with a pacemaker, and I'm going after punitive damages and more damages against Auburn Police Department. I'm also going to file a lawsuit with Donnie Mitchell against Auburn Police Department because they harassed him, and he's got a mental and emotional diagnoses of PTSD and more from being in the Army. Your officers harassed him, and I have it on audio record. It's going to the courthouse this morning, as well as you're on audio record as I tell you this, and it's being shared publicly to the whole nation. I want some answers, and I want that camper back no later than noontime. I can account for every piece of article, item, clothing, and paperwork in that trailer. And if it's not there, if it's been moved, touched, or altered in any form, shape, or manner, I will sue this whole goddamn town, city, police department, and every one of you individually. I am the granddaughter to the former governor, the founder of Cape Cod, and I will not put up with this bullshit. Now, they can contact Donnie Mitchell, and they can get that trailer returned to him so that he can put it where I asked for it to be put, or I can sue all of you time and time and time again, because I have been asking since Sunday, which was a violation of my religious beliefs. I was interrupted by somebody stealing from me. All kinds of violations. USC 242, 1983, 241, police conspiracy, organized crime. It's all coming up in a filing against Auburn Police Department as well as the landlord. I want that trailer and my possessions returned to the designated operator and driver of that camper.
It looks like it was Officer Cousins that was dealing with this case. He's currently on a call. I can have him return your call.
He's not returning a call to me for nothing. And if he gets my phone number from you, I'll sue you as well. You tell him to put his shit in writing to House for Justice, HOWESFORJUSTICE @gmail.com. I'm a legal advisor. I'm sitting here in Washington, D.C., and I'm just waiting on that son of a bitch to tell me why he hasn't returned my camper and why he hasn't gone there and charged that landlord. I want him charged with criminal charges. I want that trailer back, and I want that landlord arrested for all of what he's done. And I want that officer to write to me right now and explain to me, 1, why he harassed and did not do his job. 2, why my camper's still missing. 3, why he harassed and did not comply with the request of Donnie Mitchell to get that trailer back. Why did this officer not contact anybody? He has failed his job and duty. Therefore, knowing that this is on audio record, I'm going to escalate this call to United States Department of Justice as I sit right here in Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania Avenue. Do you understand that? Make him understand it as well. This is not a game. This is not a tort. This is a promise. I am filing a lawsuit. And it's going to cost a whole lot more goddamn money for these taxpayers than it cost for that trailer and my belongings. I can guarantee that. Just the filing alone is going to cost more. And I'm going to end this conversation because I know you don't want to get in trouble for saying anything. But you've got all the information that you need. Now you either make sure that he gets that information and that he works his case and gets that trailer back and all the stolen personal identifications and everything in that trailer. There's family ashes in that trailer. I suggest he return that trailer immediately. I suggest landlord Tim, his 30 years of stealing from people and illegally evicting people, those fucking days need to be over. And it's time. I want a copy of this officer that's on duty. I want a copy of his misconduct. I want any kind of reports on this officer that's handling this case, and I want them today. Do you understand that? Put that in the comments. If he's ever been questioned, lied, or denied, which I already know, he's a male, he has lied. Lying is a crime. He has not done his job because my camper is missing. Therefore, he's under scrutiny. Make him aware of it. Make him aware that he can find this on Auburn Police Department YouTube. And get that fucking trailer back to me today. And that's all I got to say to you, Auburn Police Department.